Hello. All right, great job getting through week 1. So I wanted to mention that I typically do not start grading until things have been turned in on Sunday. So I usually don't start grading until Monday, and I ask that you give me a week to get through all of the grading. So I like to do that because I like to do one assignment at a time and finish that assignment, and then I move on to the next assignment and the next assignment and so forth. So unless I have something going on, which it's summer and sometimes I might start grading a little bit early, but typically that's the way that I go, is I wait for the week to finish, then I start grading. I ask that you give me a week to finish grading. So just like you get a week to turn everything in, give me a week to complete my grading. I do give a lot of feedback on assignments. So I typically will respond to the majority of what you turn in. I'll write something, even if it's short, because I want you to know that I've read it. I read every single thing. I read every single word that you write, and it's important to me that you know that I've read that, and so I like to make comments. There will be times when I ask you a question. You are more than welcome to respond to that question. You don't have to. It's something that I'm just throwing out there that I thought of as I was reading your work. If you want to respond back to me and we can have a little, back and forth about that, that's totally fine. But some students are like, do I have to answer these questions? Nope, you don't have to. It's just something for you to think about, but I'm more than happy to go further with you if you want to have a discussion about anything. All right, so this week we are going to jump into learning styles. Sorry, my ring's going off. And so I want to talk about this one here, assess your learning styles. And so there's a profile here, and this comes up, move myself, and you can download this or you can just work off the screen, however you want to do it. So you're going to read through each of these statements and you're going to score it. So a 1 is it's least like you, a 3 is it's somewhat like you, or a 5 is it's a lot like you. And so the first question, I'm good at remembering things I hear or what people tell me. For myself, I know right away that's a 1. I'm not very good at that. So if somebody gives me directions, especially things that are like multiple steps, I'll be like, okay, if I don't write it down, it's going to be hard for me to remember. So I know that right away. I like to read and usually read a lot. That's a 5 for me. I'm a reader. I notice that I often bear down extremely hard with pen or pencil when writing. That's a 1 for me. Okay. So I'm going to go through and answer each of the questions. If you answer everything as a 3, you're going to get what's called a very flat profile. So you're not telling yes or no to anything. You're saying, I'm in the middle on everything. And so it's fine to have some 3s, but you don't want everything to be a 3. The other thing is you want to kind of move quickly and go with your first instinct and not sit there and think about it forever. I enjoy craft work, sewing or woodworking, or working on machines. Well, gosh, I do kind of like to sew, but I don't like woodworking. It's an or. It's about using your hands. And so, is that a yes for you? Don't sit there and overthink things. Go with your first instinct. So after you answer each of the questions, you're going to come down to the bottom and you're going to score it. And the way that you score is you score by column. So column 1, column 2, column 3. So I'm going to take the answers in 1, 4, 7, 10, and so forth. And I'm going to add those numbers up to get my auditory score. And I'm going to do the same thing with column 2. I'm going to add these up going down to get my visual score. And same thing here to get my kinesthetic. Okay? And then there is a... here. I'm kind of stuck. Hold on, I gotta move myself. There is a place, and this is in my way. Hold on, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can. Hold on, I gotta pause this. Okay, I found it. And then back in this week's module, there is an assignment where you are going to tell me what your assessment results were. Okay, so you're going to tell me, what was your score for, oh shoot, sorry, that went to the wrong thing. Oh my gosh, I'm just a mess right now. I'm sorry, let's go back. That took you back to the assignment. I think if I go edit, you'll be able to see. See, I'm in my side, not your side. So yeah, here on the learning style assessment, what was your score for each of the areas? So you're going to tell me what was your auditory score, what was your visual score, what was your kinesthetic score, and then let me know if you have any questions. If you're a mix of each of these, that's a good thing. So if you're, 25 in auditory, 27 in visual, and 26 in kinesthetic, you're a mixed learner, and that's a good thing because you can adjust yourself and go with the way that the teacher is teaching. So that's a question that I get a lot. Is it okay my scores are so close together? Yes, it is, because you can be flexible. All right, so if you have any questions for week 2, just let me know. Don't hesitate to reach out, and I hope you have a great week. All right, bye-bye.